Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Songbirds Creations, Crochet, and More. I can't even remember my own name this morning, but I am Margaret, and I'd like to welcome you in and say Happy Valentine's Day. How is everybody this morning? I hope we get a few more people wandering in this way. How are you this morning, Julianne? I had to quick go throw a pot of coffee on the stove. Luckily, it got done just in time, so I am able to have my coffee. Good morning, Lana. Oh, and it's hot. Hot, 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 hot. Glad you got the notification this morning, Lana. Yeah, I know. Sometimes YouTube is weird. It doesn't send them notifications like they should. Good morning, Beth. How are you today? Everybody, please remember to drop your thummies on the way in. I appreciate it. It does help my channel. So what is everybody up to this morning? Happy Valentine's Day once again for those of you who weren't here the first time I said it. So good news is my knee is feeling quite a bit better than it was. Not quite so painful. I was able to get in the shower yesterday, so I didn't want to look too horrendous on my live stream this morning and scare you guys all away. Because I was definitely feeling seriously grungy. What have I been working on this week? Well, aside from a lot of sleeping and healing, I have been working on some Stitcher hood blankets. I finally got my stitch tutorial uploaded. So, yeah, that's pretty much about it. Haven't been doing a whole lot of anything, I don't know what my hubby's doing out there. Yeah, I haven't been doing a whole lot of anything, but watching my dog ignore my husband. Yeah, I am starting to, Marianne. Thank you. It's not perfect yet. I'm still hopping around quite a bit, but better than it was for sure. First couple of days were really, really rough, but it's to the point where I can walk now, so. Good morning, Tank. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, Marianne. Glad to see you guys here. If anybody has, any of you caught any part of Michael's live stream, he's doing the 24-hour thing again. Ooh, a bruise on your chin. Wow. That's crazy. You must have had roots down your toes or something, Marianne. But I'm sure it will be wonderful not to have all that pain that you've been going through. Guess I would take a bruise. Speaking of bruises, you know what's really interesting with my knee? As badly as it hurt, it never really looked all that swollen up, and it didn't bruise. So, yeah. I don't know exactly what I tweaked in there, but yeah, so I was making that video out there at the park, and I actually did catch the fall on my video. Not that you could see me falling, but you could kind of tell from what was going on in the video that that was what was happening. Yeah, I cut that part out. I'm really glad I didn't do it as a live stream. I had halfway thought about it, and then I decided, no, I'll just video it. Glad I did. I could really lay back down and sleep another hour or two. Wouldn't hurt my feelings a bit. The funny thing is, when I went to sleep last night, I slept right straight through until 6. So what are y'all working on this week? Anybody doing anything fun? Tank, I would have to say, as far as getting older goes, that's got to be the worst part of it. Getting your body wanting to twist and get sore when you do that. Should it saved it for a blooper? No, Lana, that would not be a good blooper. For one thing, you really can't tell. I mean, you can kind of tell by the way the camera moves that something's going on. And then you can hear me kind of gasping in pain. I don't think that'd be a very good blooper. Oh, you're working on a poncho? Cool. Yeah, I saw when he had Fiber Spider on, and BJ, and then Mikey came on. And that's about where I turned it off. I started getting sleepy, so. I really want to make another poncho, you guys. I want one that's a little drapier and lighter stitches than the enchanted poncho that I did. I mean, I love those ponchos, but both of the ones that I made are so heavy. So I would like to do something a little bit airier. Right, exactly. Exactly, Beth. And the problem is, these days when I fall, I usually do hurt myself somehow. So I try to avoid falling all I can. Next time I go out to the woods, I will get smarter. I'll wear my hiking boots for one, and I'll take my trekking poles with me. If I'd have had those with me, I might have tweaked my ankle, but I wouldn't have fallen, you know? So, and if I'd had my hiking boots on, I wouldn't probably have tweaked my ankle because they are high enough that they give me some decent ankle support. So, yeah. It was all my own fault, not being well equipped. Four square boho, those are the ponchos that Tank makes. They are so pretty. You probably have seen them on Discord. I think she's posted them there. Pretty sure I've seen them posted there. Yeah, I love them. I love your boho ponchos. I really need to get my stuff together and do one as pretty as yours are. What weight yarn do you usually use on those, Tank? Good morning, Nifty. Yes, it is coffee time. Oh, good. 3-weight. Awesome. I've got mandala yarn. I could definitely do one. Cool beans. I've got some of the, I've got a couple of cakes of spirit. What my hubby is doing. Trying to figure out what he's up to out there in the kitchen. So I'm afraid I just don't have a whole lot to talk about this morning. Haven't been too lively this week, so I don't know what to talk about. Wow, that's cool, Lena. Nice that you had some rain. We are supposed to get into the upper 40s today. If I'm not mistaken, maybe even 50. And we're supposed to be doing or getting to mid to upper 50s later on this week. That's exciting. It's going to move, it's going to melt all this snow up, and I am going to be happy to see that go. Of course, that doesn't mean we can't get some more, because I am in the Midwest and it can decide to do that stuff whenever it wants. Lana, I may do some more. That was fun. Well, as long as you can get warm enough, Marianne. You don't need you freezing overnight. See, now 55 degrees to us right now, Lana, would feel like springtime. I know to you it probably feels more like winter, but to me, definitely springtime. Oh yeah, being stuck in for 3 weeks is, yeah. And that's part of the reason that I went out to the park the other day with the hubby and the dog, is I'd been stuck in for weeks and felt like I needed to get out of the house. Yeah, I should have stayed home and just got my tutorials published. Oh, yeah, Beth, I love houseplants too. I don't do very well with houseplants though. I have one houseplant total right now. I do great with the outside garden, but houseplants I tend to forget. So the one house plant that I do have is a poor little philodendron that right now is only 2 leaves. It's in a little glass bulb full of water. And that's probably the only reason that it's still alive, is that I'll look at it and say, oh, I need to put a little more water in there. And, you know, it keeps going. But yeah, I definitely am not good with houseplants. If they made houseplants that could water themselves or could draw their water out of the air, I'd probably be really good at it. And you know what's funny is when I start my plants early in the spring, I can do really well with those. And, you know, of course, they're in the house. I baby those things until, you know, until it's outdoor planting season. But yeah, 24/7 365 house plant don't usually survive me. Although that philodendron with its two little leaves is over a year old, so I have managed to keep it for a while, but I'm just not doing it any favors. It's sure not growing any, so. It's hanging on by the skin of its roots, I guess. Yeah, I bought that one. It was in the little glass thing when I bought it. And yeah, I've just kept it there ever since. And maybe one of these days I'll be nice and potted up. But I've got a cute little planter thing that I bought from my mom several years back for a Mother's Day gift. And it had, I think I bought it with a little miniature rose in it. The miniature rose eventually passed away. So I've tried to keep some type of plant in that planter. I usually kind of do it seasonally. And Kemi, I'm doing a little better. I think, day by day, I'm healing up a little bit. So it's a little less painful than it was yesterday. And I'm walking a little bit better. Getting up and down off the toilet is still not fun. Our toilets are so low, and having to bend my knee that much to get down on the toilet just does not thrill me. I dread every time I feel like I have to go to the bathroom. How are you feeling, Cami? Is your allergy attack over with? Are you going to be able to enjoy some Carnival? Yeah, Marianne, what is that movie about? I might have to check it out. I have Peacock. Oh, I'm sorry. What's causing your allergy attack? Do you know? Okay. I kind of thought maybe it had something to do with Neil Diamond, being that the title is Song Sung Blue. That's his song. But okay, I'll have to go check it out, Cami. Good morning, Lisa. How are you? Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to you too today, Cami, but I know you don't celebrate it today. Yeah, I've had Peacock for a while, and I upgraded it, which I hate doing, but I wanted to be able to watch the Olympics. So I upgraded it, and probably once the Olympics are over, well, I'm going to probably keep it a little bit more because in March they're going to have Wicked live stream, or not live streaming, but streaming on Peacock. And then I probably will upgrade it for June, July, whenever the um, World Cup is, because my hubby loves the World Cup. I like watching it with him, so yeah, I'll probably upgrade it then so we can get access to watch the World Cup games. Thank you, Cammie. That's sweet. Good morning, Arity. How are you today? I forget what the choices are. Oh, yeah, Paramount. That's right. Paramount or Peacock. So you get your choice of one or the other. Oh, that's cool, Cammie. Good morning, Panda. Thank you. Happy Valentine's Day to you and Michael. I hope you're having a good day. Ah, Criminal Minds and Star Trek. Okay. Yeah, I have Peacock because I've subscribed to it forever. I should go ahead and pick up Paramount so I can watch other stuff. How is Michael's live going, Panda? Is he holding up? I tried to stay up and watch it last night, but not too long after Mikey came on, I started getting sleepy, so I pretty much fell out at that point. It's going on caffeine at the moment. I get that. I'll have to swing over there and say good morning to him when I get done with my live. Arity, I think you are never going to get rid of that nickname now. Sweet Arity. One of these days I need to drive over to Chicago and we could meet up somewhere for lunch or something. It's not like Chicago is very far from me. Well, Cammie, I mean, everybody has winter, just at different times. Oh, that would be fun. Oh, yeah. I would love to do that. Yeah, but Cammie, people who are well off enough to participate in the Olympics usually find a way to go and be where the snow is so that they can train. Snow or ice or whatever. Um, I mean, there are a lot of countries that really don't have snow, but they manage to get somewhere and train. So, yeah. You just either have to have a lot of money or a good team that supports you and gives you the money that you need. Yes, organized sports is not for the poor. You got that right. I mean, even just high school sports is expensive, you know? Um, yeah. Yes, we will. Do you like Indian food, Arity? Pretty sure Lori does. Maybe we could meet up somewhere and have Indian food. Yes and no, Cammie. They still have to have a certain amount of money to be able to. I mean, when you get right down to it, sporting equipment, no matter what kind of sports, you. Oh no, Panda, I think you probably watch for all the right reasons. Because I will have to admit that I probably watch it for about the same reasons. Hey, Kathy. Good morning. Yes, I will have to say swimmers and gymnasts definitely have the nice physiques. They got it going on. So for anybody else coming in, good morning and happy Valentine's Day. Thank you for coming in and spending part of your Valentine's Day with me. I appreciate it. uh, you know, I'm just a cougar. What can I say? I don't know. I don't know if I still even qualify as a cougar. What ages are cougars? I might be considered a gray cougar. Thank you, Kathy. Arity, that was some of the happiest happy mail I've gotten in a long time. Let me tell you, that was amazing to open that up. My hubby was pretty amazed by some of it too. So, yeah. Yes, Arity knows, well, for one thing, she has really good taste in yarn and she knows how to pack up a box So, you haven't stepped onto the beach yet, Cammie? Well, I hope you get a chance to get out there and do that. You said you wanted to get a tan. No, Thrift Nifty, I do not have any Valentine's Day plans. I'm not going out of the house quite yet. We still have enough snow that I am not taking a chance, especially since we have a pathway from our back door out to where the car is that is very well packed at this point and probably more ice than anything else. So I'm not even taking a chance with that thing. One fall of winter is enough for me, and I've had my quota plus, I think. So normally when I fall, it doesn't hurt me as badly as what this one did. And yeah, I just I am not willing to go out and deal with all that. Once the snow melts off, oh yeah, I'll be outside, definitely. Good morning, Kelsey. Happy Valentine's Day. Yeah. Well, Kelsey, believe me, it's not high on my list of things to do. I mean, I know eventually I will do it again at some point, but yeah, it hurts a lot more than it used to. Kind of like drinking. All right, Cammie. Oh, you'll try to go after lunch. Okay. I thought you were saying you were leaving. Oh, no, Kelsey, that's horrible. That's one thing I hope I never do here. The only stairs that we really have a full flight of stairs is our stairway to the basement, and it's cement. So that is not a stairway I want to fall down. My mom fell down it once. Ugh. Luckily, when she did it, she basically tucked and rolled. And the only thing she got out of it was some bruises on her arms. She didn't hit her head. So yeah, she was really, really lucky. But yeah, falling. Yeah, holding a baby and falling would not be a good thing. Tank, I bounce off door frames pretty frequently too. Your trip risk is very high, but your fall risk is very low. That doesn't seem like it quite tracks, but oh, not good. Yeah, I watched a video a while back talking about our feet and taking care of our feet as we age. And one thing that they said is that when we get older, we need to be wearing shoes with good support in them to walk around even in the house. And I am very guilty of not adhering to that. I do not wear shoes in the house. So, um, although I really don't think walking barefoot has caused me any falls, because usually every time I had no high heels, no, I have not worn high heels in probably 10 years, Tank. I don't even think I own any high heels anymore. I think I got rid of all my high heels before I moved here. Um, they they bother my knees. I can. Oh, Kathy, I do too. I catch my toes on stuff all the time. Um, yeah, I used to love high heels, and I had really cute ones, but yeah, I used to wear a pair of high heels, and then I'd pay for it for the rest of the week. I would go to work. I'd wear my walking shoes into work, put high heels on once I got to my desk, wear my high heels while I was at work, and then I would take them back off anytime I had to walk out. Yeah, I would imagine, Tank. It would be. Although there are websites where you can find really cute heels, even for large size. Um, Now, mine was the opposite problem, because I wear between a 6, 6.5, and seem like usually all the really cute high heels were starting around a size 7. So, yeah, Lana, when I put anything on my feet, I usually do socks. Um, well, I'm glad I'm in good company of the no high heel group, because but yeah, you talking about falling off flip flops. When I broke my foot, I was wearing a pair of basically slide on sandals, more or less flip flops. I mean, they were leather, but they were more or less flip flops, and I stepped down off of a step onto a sidewalk, and my foot kind of slid off the side of my sandal and off the side of the sidewalk, and rolled my foot. And that's how the broken foot occurred. So thank you. Lana bought this for me. Isn't that cool? It is huge. Do you see how big this thing is? Almost the size of my head. I used to have a really neat hand-painted mug that I had had for years. And I was out on the front porch one day having my coffee, and for some reason, the mug fell over, rolled off the table, and hit the cement front porch floor. And that was all she wrote. And I was so upset about losing my favorite coffee mug. And not too much longer after that, I had this in the mail. Lana got online and bought it for me and sent it. So that was very, very sweet of her. That would be horrible, Tank. I can't even imagine. High heels were in your hand? Yep. Yeah, talking about that, I did something like that way years back. I didn't break my foot, but I sprained it really bad. I was at a friend's wedding, and we were at the hotel getting dressed, and I was riding over to the wedding with her and I don't know, somebody else in the family. And I was running out across the parking lot with my heels in my hand, and the heel of the shoe that I was wearing came off the back of my foot, and I like 3 times I managed to catch myself and not fall, but the 4th time I went forward, I just boom, down I went and sprained the hell out of my ankle. Well, got to the church, put my heels on, and walked around the church. I went early with the bride and everybody because I took a sewing kit and I wanted to be there just in case anybody popped a button or needed a tuck here or there or whatever. So, I was up walking around with, talking to everybody, making sure, everybody's outfits were good. And then I went and sat down in the church. Well, when I sat down, I could feel my foot. Every time my heart would beat, I could feel my ankle. So by the time good morning, Grammy Rita, happy Valentine's Day. By the time the wedding ceremony was over, I was really limping going through the receiving line. And then we got over to the reception hall, and I sat down, and at that point, I was no longer walking for the rest of the night. I ended up using another chair. Ended up using a chair as a walker, so I kind of like propped my knee on it and used the back of the chair and kind of slid it forward as I would need to take a step. That's how I made trips back and forth to the bathroom. But I was so mad because I really wanted to dance and couldn't, and it just sucked. So one of their buddies who owned a restaurant in Chicago was their bartender for the night. And I told him, I said, make them strong, make them sweet, and keep them coming. And he did. Good morning, Lexi. How are you today? Happy Valentine's Day. Yes, I think I OD'd on fuzzy navels that night. Too early to tell? Yeah, it is a bit early. Yeah, Crown Royal. I used to like Crown Royal real well. If any of you are Dr. Pepper drinkers, I will tell you a good drink is cinnamon whiskey. What is the name of it? Fireball whiskey, and Dr. Pepper. Is really, really yummy. And you can sit there and drink it and get drunk and not even realize it, because it just is. I mean, it's like you're drinking a little extra spice in your Dr. Pepper, you know? So, spaghetti with orange Fanta and then puke. Well, Kelsey, I try not to drink to the point of puking anymore. I haven't done that kind of a drunk in a long, long time. I think the last time I got drunk enough that I puked was on Cuervo, and I could not drink tequila for a long, 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 long time after that. I mean, even the smell of tequila would make me nauseous. Yeah, Tammy, I would try it if we had it here. Yeah, Kelsey, with Everclear and Aftershock, woo, that's a little. Well, Lana, I like tequila now, but I don't do Cuervo anymore. I can't stand Cuervo. Um, the kind of tequila that I like is pretty expensive, so I don't even do that anymore. And I don't drink. I I mean, I've got a bottle of wine in my fridge that's probably been in there for 3, maybe 4 years. So, yeah, it's a sipping drink and only one. I can see why. When I lived in Tennessee, where we had a mobile, and we had um, we had about 2 acres of yard, and back at the back of our backyard there was a railroad track that really wasn't used anymore, except there was an excursion train that would come through. They did like dinner excursion things where they would do like a train hold up or stuff like that. Um, or the town would sometimes do art fairs, and they would have a train that would come out to bring people out to the art fair. But on beyond the tracks, there was an old guy that had a body shop back behind us. And I think his body shop was more an excuse to get out of the house and someplace to go and drink. But he used to go and buy moonshine by the gallon. And he would, whenever he'd go and get a new gallon of moonshine, he'd come up and check on us and see if we needed some. He'd bring us a quart jar of moonshine. I will tell you what, that stuff could knock you on your butt. I made myself a drink one night of moonshine and Coke, and took it to my bedroom with me when I went to bed and was kind of sipping on it. I usually read before I fall asleep. Well, I woke up the next morning and half the drink was still sitting on my shelf, and my book was laying there on the bed, and apparently I fell out and never moved once the whole night. Yeah, one dropper at a time is a big difference than shots. My Amazon gift list, you know, Cami, I really don't have that much stuff on it. I just more or less save stuff there to kind of remind me to go back in and get something, but I don't have a gift list per se. Um, Jack Daniels, yeah. I used to like some Jack Daniels. I can't say, well, I can say I've been, you know, at least 20 years of not drinking, but I once I hit my 30s, I really wasn't that huge of a drinker anyway. Um, it got to where drinking hurt more than it was worth because I usually would start getting the hangover headache before I would really be drunk. Oh, yeah, well, Marianne, that makes a lot of sense. That's good. Congratulations to you. 30 years sober is an awesome accomplishment. You had Jack come through your nose. Oh, yeah, that would be painful. Weird way to clean your sinuses. Yeah. Not the not the preferred way, I'm sure. Yeah, my younger brother is a functional alcoholic, and um, I really wish that there was some way that he would stop drinking, but I don't see it ever happening. It's kind of his form of self-medication. So, and he is like dead set against going to doctors. So, you know, the chances of him actually going to a doctor and dealing with the reasons that he drinks um, are pretty much non-existent. So, um, yeah. And I mean, my brother looks probably 10 to 15 years older than his age, um, primarily for the fact that he drinks so damn much. Um, and he eats fairly well. I mean, he eats a good diet. He just doesn't eat enough or often enough. So the man only weighs, now, given he's only about 5'7", 5'8", but he only weighs like 130 pounds, something like that. So, I mean, yeah. Oh, that's scary, Tank. Yeah, my mom was bipolar. She did not really drink. Well, for one thing, because she was medicated, so her medication and drinking really didn't go well together. Coffee, that's my drink. That's as strong as I need. And it really doesn't do anything for me because I can drink that and go to sleep. So, yep, my go-to as well, Arity. Well, y'all, I am getting on an hour, and my knee is telling me it's time to get up out of the chair. So I am going to say goodbye for now. I will be back tomorrow. Um, I am feeling bit better bit by bit. So yeah, I'll be back again tomorrow and spend another hour with you guys. So happy Valentine's Day, all. I hope you get to do what you love and spend time with the people you love, especially since it's Valentine's Day. So have a great rest of the day, and everybody take care. Love you all. Bye-bye. I'll be looking forward to that, Cammie. Bye-bye.